Grab all three. I can just go ahead and do that now. Doop, doop, bloop. Then you open your folder with them in it. That would be this one. I already put them in a different folder. It's fine. They're the same versions. Then you want to, we'll do it like this. There we go. Extract all. Just bloop. This is the program. Okay, I'm going to do these ones a little different. Why it's a folder in a folder, I do not know why I did that. I'm just going to shove these in here. My Explorer's acting wonky in Windows 10. So now those are in there. To do properties. Right there. So that it always runs as admin. It needs some access to some stuff. Got our plugins in there. Got all of our data stuff. And we'll actually move this back up to the distro. So there's no plugins loaded, just the generic output. You try to add, there's no things to add, no import plugins loaded. Click anywhere. Well, I guess not in this instance, because there's nothing in here. We go to select. In fact, just because I can't tell if that's a bug or not, it might be. Okay. Then we are going to go with plugins. We're in the output section, so you want to load the output plugin. All interfaces detected, everything's okay. Over here, hit add. Not outputter, no. We want to put the importer now. Import side, importers. Everything's detected here. In fact, there should now be something here. And then all of a sudden, that works. If you come back up here, I included this little, just to test that everything is working. There's only one part, so you can't slide it any further. We don't have to change the octave, but you could here, and you can change the tempo modifier over here. The tempo modifier, I think, is incredibly granular right now. So hit add, and now it's there. Now, if we open this up and click in here, it closes again. There just has to be something in there for that to close. That's what that issue was. All right, so down here it'll tell you the artist, the title of the song, and then the artist. Up here it's the artist and the title of the song. How many parts are loaded in the first number, and the total parts in the score in the second one. So you don't always have to load all of the tracks. If we go over to measure display and click on that, we can now see what's inside there. It says the lowest note is F3 and the highest is C4. That's in range. And because we are in live mode off, it will just play through MIDI. This is just notes. I was testing something else for alternate endings. It's not supported in this version. It's something I'm working on. Tempo modifier and octave offsets. If you look at the note right there, if I go like that and then go to stop, it's now gone up an octave. It's now an F4. If I go down, it's now an F2. So that works for that. It's best to, you don't always have to stop it, but it's a good idea if you change anything, especially the tempo. You want to stop it when you change the tempo. And that'll be the basis of it. If you wanted to edit it, so right now it's got 0. If you know like it's supposed to be set at -1, you hit edit. It's now loaded up with -1. So that's how you lock the values in once you figured them out. And if you're done with the song, you can just remove it. And then the configuration is gone as well, even though it's still down here because it's loaded in the program still. Because it keeps whatever you put in the bottom half until you put something else there. That'll walk you through the basics of this. I guess I can dive right into the second video now, so we'll go ahead and add a score. Same thing as before. This time we will go ahead and apply that. You know what? We'll go the other direction this time to show that it does change it still. Hotkeys. Okay. Disable them for a minute so I can click through them all. Stop OEM1 is the comma key. Send sync command. I forgot what OEM5 is. I believe it is the quotation marks. Start and pause, space key, space bar. Reset the track, basically the stop button. That's the period. Pause break key toggles the hotkeys on and off. The period key next to comma does live mode on and off. That's turning MIDI on and off. And then to octave shift down, you push the down arrow, and to octave shift up, you push the up arrow. Those are the defaults. It is possible to change them by clicking to change it. Click in here, push the key you want to change, and then hit update. It'll change it. I can just give an example here. Let's find out what OEM5 is. We'll go with this key. Yep, that's OEM1. That's OEM7. That's question mark. Where the hell is OEM5? Ah, that's OEM5. That should not be OEM5. It should be 7. OEM5 is used. So you definitely don't want that. But it's that easy to change them. Sync mode is a very rare thing to use anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's see, I think we've walked through all of the basics. Now I just have to edit everything together. Re-enable the keybinds. I guess I can go through this next part. Keybinds are now enabled. If you push pause break, hotkeys over here will toggle. Alright, it's also clickable. It's a button. Same thing with this one. However, with hotkeys off, you can't change the live mode. With hotkeys on, you can now flick around the live mode. I could also start playback. You can also stop playback. Where is hard stop at? Okay, it's OEM1, so that is the semicolon. What is a hard stop? Hard stop is it instantly stops, whereas a pause stop waits till the measure's finished. I guess that's a crap song to showcase that on, but there's two kinds of ways of stopping the song. Immediately, with the semicolon, or when it's finished playing the measure with just the space bar like you started it. After this, I think next I should show off it performing something in-game, I suppose. Let me grab another score. We'll stop this video here, because that'll be the starter bits.